So I am back, and back I am at it with a tutorial, and this one is a fun tutorial. This one is getting me out of the neutral zone. I've done some neutral looks in the past, some get ready with me looks that were very neutral. Well, no, I'm lying. That blue look was not neutral, right? But that is besides the point. I wanted to have some fun today with some eyeshadows, and I was inspired. Where's my phone? I was inspired by my girl on Instagram, and her name is Claudia Yvette. She does gorgeous cut creases. Like, her cut creases are not a joke. I'm gonna zoom in so you can see this, so I don't have to just, there it is. And she did this cut crease with orange, and I was just like, I have to recreate this look, use it as inspiration, because it is absolutely gorgeous. And I didn't do exactly what she did, obviously, but I took inspiration from her, and you should check her out on Instagram. She does really creative, gorgeous looks, and she's really young, which it just floored me how young she is. But I think she's like 21, and she is like killing these looks, so definitely check her out. But for my look, you know, I love cut creases, and that's what I'm gonna do for you today. And can you, even with the lips are just bold and in your face. I am screaming for spring. I'm even jumping all the way to summer because I am over this cold. But anyway, if you want to see how I did this look, which is bold and creative and in your face and fun, stay tuned, and I will talk to you soon. So here's an up-close view of the look that we are going for. So let's just jump right into it. I already filled in my eyebrow, and now I'm going in with my eyeshadow base, and this is the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Eye Primer. I'm just applying that all over my lid to help prevent creasing and give ourselves a nice smooth canvas to work with. Now, to even out the eyelid, I'm going in with my Lane Low Paint Pot from MAC and my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I'm just going to buff that all over my lid, and that's just going to give us a good base to apply our eyeshadows, and it's going to help intensify the colors that we place on the lid as well. I'll also go in with my finger just to warm that product up a bit and really make sure it's nice and smooth on my eyelid. So this look involves a lot of blending, so we definitely need a blending color on our brow bone and crease area. So I'm going to grab my M650 Cookie from Makeup Forever, and I'm going to grab that on my Tom Ford number 11 brush, and this is just a large fluffy brush that's going to apply the color evenly and give us a nice smooth layer of color to blend over in the crease. Cut creases are all about layering color and building up and creating transitions. So I'm just going to grab a matte caramel color. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's just a deeper caramel brown. It's a couple of shades darker than my skin tone. And I'm going to create a semicircle in my crease by following the actual shape of my eye. So I'm just going around semicircle in the crease area back and forth and building up this color until we get some dimension. And we're going to go back and forth and build up colors so we get that nice gradient. As I said, we're building up dimensions, so I'm grabbing a deeper brown shade. This is Brown Down from MAC, and I'm going back over that crease area, trying to concentrate it now a little bit lower in the crease line, keeping it concentrated right on the very crease area of the eye. With the same brush, we're just going back and forth again, but we're just making sure to keep this color a little bit lower so we see the transition from dark to light. I'm just going to grab the Tom Ford brush that we use for the blending shade and go over the edges in case there's any color that's going outside where we want it to go, and just blend it back and forth to soften the line. Now I'm grabbing another brown color from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is Sienna. It's more of a reddish orange brown. Same brush again, going back into the crease and building up that color. This color we're going to pull up a little bit more on the brow bone, so it transitions out from that dark brown that we concentrated on the crease. Use very light motions to blend this, and it will give you a nice diffused look. I'm going back in and making sure that we have smooth color. So I'm adding a little bit more of the caramel shade on the inner crease area and making sure everything looks smooth and copacetic. And there we go. I think that looks good. So we're going to go in and grab the highlight color now. For my highlight color, I'm just grabbing a light peachy beige shade. This is Bamboo from MAC. Just applying that beneath my brow with my MAC 252 large shader brush. And that also helps to blend down the brow bone colors so they don't go as high. Now I'm going back in with my brown down from MAC and my 231 Petite crease brush from Zoeva. And this one has a pointed tip, so I'm using the very tip of the brush to define the crease a little bit more. And because it has a fluffy shape to it, it can still be used for blending out the edges as we build up and sharpen up the crease line. So just go gently over that crease line just to build it up. Very gentle strokes so you get a nice fade of color and it's not too harsh. And then you can turn the brush sideways and again blend out the edges so it fades into the lighter colors on the brow bone. Now that we have the faded part of the cut crease down, I'm going to go in and really create the sharp outline of the cut crease. And I'm grabbing two very dark brown colors from Anastasia. And this is Rich Brown and Deep Brown. And they're very dark brown colors. I'm grabbing them on a MAC 231 brush, which is a very tiny detailed brush. And this allows us to get right along the edges of the cut crease and really give it a sharp defined shape. And then I'm just going to flick along the line lightly to help bring the color upwards so it's not overly harsh. I mean, it is a cut crease, so we do want a harsh line, but we want to control the harshness. We want to have just the crease area being really sharp. I'm going back in with the J5523 blending brush from Hakuhodo and just going over that so we blend out any harshness. Just blend all the colors together. Alright, let's get some detail in there now. I'm going in with Deep Brown by itself, which is the darker of the two browns that we were using from Anastasia, on the same 231 from MAC, which is our basic cut crease brush. It's the one that's going to give us the most defined shape. And now I'm creating a curve on the outer lid area. So we're creating a cut lid on the outer lid and the cut crease. So use this brush to create like a little semicircle on that outer lid. Pull it to your upper lash line, just like that, and continue to fade it out using flicking motions. Just light feathering motions will pull that color out. So you're blending and fading as you go along. And you can use the color to sharpen up the crease that we're creating. Don't worry if it's not perfect. We're going to go in with concealer to clean up everything and make it really sharp. Now we're grabbing a matte black. This is Noir from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we're going along the cut crease on the outer lid area. So right by our lashes and the outer lid, we're going to deepen up that area and really darken it and pull it out. And also bring that to the upper crease area just to deepen up the very lower edge, the lower base of the cut crease. Go in again with your blending brush just to blend out the edges. Now we're going in with some concealer. This is my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is the shade NW35. Grabbing a clean MAC 231 brush. And we're just going to use the concealer to sharpen up the shape of the cut crease. So you're going from the lid area and going right along where we were creating that shape and cleaning up any extra eyeshadow that kind of went over the line and came onto the lid. So you're sharpening up the shape using this concealer. And any concealer will do. I just like this one because it's liquidy, but it's not overly moist, so it still dries pretty quickly and it dries matte, so I don't have to worry about it running all over the place and messing up my eyeshadow. it just sets really quickly and it's still liquidy, so you can move it around and create and sharpen up the shape that you need. And take your time with this because you want to really make sure your shape is nice and neat. And there you have it. Everything is nice and crisp. And now you can go back in with the dark brown and the black, and again go along the edges just to make sure everything is nice and blended and sharp. I think we're good, right? Yeah. Now we can go in with the fun colors. This is the ME734 Tangerine shade from Makeup Forever. It's just a bright, shimmery orange shade. It has yellow reflex to it. It's super gorgeous. And we're picking that up on the 231 again, just to make sure that we're staying right in the shape that we created. We don't want to make a mess after all the work we just did. So we're using the same brush just to maintain the crispness and the sharpness of the cut crease. So just go ahead, build up that color, and blend it inwards towards the middle of the lid. And now you can go in with a regular shader brush. This is the MAC 239, and just blend it inwards onto the lid and really make sure that it fades inwards. Then grab I722, also from Makeup Forever. This shade is Mandarin, and it's just a light icy orange shade, and blend it over the rest of the lid, staying away from the very, very inner tear duct area. But just build that up, and that's just going to give us a nice glow to the middle of the lid. Then we can grab Sweet Dreams pigment from Makeup Geek and apply it on the very inner tear duct using the same 239 brush, and just blend it out.
Hello.
Now that I'm done with the eyeshadow colors on the lid, I'm going back in with a little bit of the brown and the 231 brush just to make sure we have that nice defined crease area, just in case some of the eyeshadow went over onto the crease. Now step back, and if you need to blend, just blend. And I go back over because I'm anal like that, and I need to make sure everything blends. Everything looks good. We've made it past the hard part. Now for the lower lash line area, I'm grabbing my L'Oreal Silk Kissimmee eyeliner pencil. This is in the shade Cobalt Blue. And I'm going to apply that on my lower waterline area, and then make sure that some also gets right on the lower lash line. We're going to smudge that out. And this eyeliner sets pretty quickly, so you want to go in quickly and smudge it out. I'm just using my Tom Ford number 15 small eyeshadow brush just to go along the very edges of that and blend it out on my lower lash line. So you're pulling the color downwards very slightly, just to make sure it's not a harsh line. And then I'm grabbing the S214 Ultramarine Blue eyeshadow from Makeup Forever on the same Tom Ford number 15 brush, and just running that along the lower lash line just to help blend out that eyeliner a little bit more. And now for the finale, we're grabbing Body Sparkles number 57 from Inglot, which is just so gorgeous. Wait till you see it. It is a sparkly gold with multi-dimensional glitter. I'm just grabbing my IT Cosmetics number 124 Precision Smudger brush and some Lit Cosmetics Clearly Liquid Glitter Base, and just applying that on the very inner tear duct area by my nose, just to add some oomph and some sparkle. Not that we needed it with this look, but it's still awesome looking. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and apply the lashes. And for my lashes, I'm using Minked Lashes, and the style is Mila, which are just nice natural lashes, nothing too overwhelming. But first, let me take a selfie. No, I'm gonna apply mascara first. So this is just my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black, which is my favorite hands down drugstore mascara. So I love my Too Faced Better Than Sex, and I love my L'Oreal, what is it? Carbon Black. Yes. And it just gives me nice full lashes. But that's not a big deal because we're going to apply lashes anyway. And always remember to get those lower lashes as well. So I'm not applying upper lash line liner or anything, so I got to pop these really close to my natural lashes. So I'm just popping them on right at my lash line area, making sure they really stick well. So hold it in place. And I'm gonna do a new lash tutorial, how to apply false lashes. I did one years ago. Yeah, years ago, like back in 2010. And I think I am due for a new one, so that's coming up. But yeah, just apply those. And then let's go ahead and finish up the face. But first, let's show you the eyes completely done. And oh my god, I love this so much. I just love cut creases and how crisp and precise and detailed they look. They just are so pretty. So let's go ahead now and finish up the face. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and finish up the face. And I know I got questions about my foundation. For this video, I'm using my Guerlain Lingerie de Peau. And this is in the shade 24. I just buffed that in all over my face. And then because this look is so intense, it needs to be balanced out with full face. Like, you gotta put work in on your face to balance everything out. So I'm grabbing my contour cream kit from Anastasia. This is the medium kit. And I'm going to grab the shade Nude right here and my Zoeva 110 face shape brush. I'm going to apply some of this under my eyes and in my forehead area. So I'm just going to buff some of this just lightly under my eyes. I'm not caking this on. Use very little and just buff it in just to give a very natural highlight under my eyes. And go ahead and blend that in. And then I have to contour. There's no way I'm going to get away with not contouring. So I'm going to grab the shade Cinnamon and Chocolate, the two deepest shades in the palette. And I'm going to mix them together. I'm going to go back and forth and just mix them together just to give me a nice kind of medium shade between these two. And apply it to the hollows of my cheeks using the same brush. And this brush is perfect because it's so small, but it's synthetic, so it works great with cream and liquids. So just buff that in into the hollows of my cheeks. Really, you don't have to blend too well. Yeah, you do need to blend, obviously, but you don't have to put too much effort into it because these products blend easily, and this brush is great for that. So go ahead. I'm just gonna blend that in a bit. Make sure just to shape my cheeks really well with this brush. And then I'm going to go in and shape my nose. I'm going to do some contouring on my nose. And I'm going to grab my Zoeva 225 eye blender brush. And this I feel is a little bit too coarse sometimes for the eyes. So I'm just going to use it on my face. And it's perfect for this. I'm grabbing the Cinnamon shade, which is the medium shade here. And applying it down the bridge of my nose. So I'm going to shape my nose. I'm going to create a slimmer bridge, a slimmer profile to my nose overall. And then I'm going to mix in a little touch of the chocolate, just a little touch to darken up the cinnamon shade and really shape the bridge of my nose and the nostril and even come down to the tip of my nose just to shorten my nose a bit. And I'm also going to grab a little bit of this and go around the tip just to define the tip and really create a nice shape to my nose. And just blend it in with this brush. And because this brush is a blend-in brush, it's going to blend this color out nicely. Again, these colors blend really well. And I'm also going to grab some of the color again, these two shades, and apply it to the temples of my forehead. So just blend it in right at the high points of my eyebrows, so right above my eyebrows, just to shape my forehead and bring it in. And I'm just accentuating the shadow that's already there, that's created by the natural shape of my face. And I like that shape, so I'm just deepening up right by my temple area just to create a smaller effect in my forehead. And then I'm going to grab some of the, which one is this? The cream shade, this light shade here, and run a little bit of that down the bridge of my nose and gently on the tip. I forgot to mention that I also put some highlight on my chin. I don't normally do that, and I even forgot about it. Again, blend everything in, just blend it in nicely. And then I'm just going to grab my foundation brush that I use, my 104 buffer brush from Zoeva, and blend over the areas so everything blends in with my foundation and everything just melts together beautifully. And then once all the cream products are down, I'm going to grab my Perfection powder from Marc Jacobs. This is Fawn Cocoa. And my Tarte Air Bouquet brush, and my pore powder is so seen the last of its days. And just press this over the areas of my face that I really didn't contour anything. I'm just going over to set everything in place so nothing's going to move around. And it's mainly in the areas where I didn't really contour or powder. I'm not putting too much where I highlighted because I don't want to cover up that product too much. And then to set those powders, you know, the contour powders, I'm grabbing the Marc Jacobs High 5 filter. This is the darkest shade. This is 60. And people were wondering if this is really how light it looks. Yes, it does look very light. And this color is more of a peachy, almost yellowy peach shade, not pinky as it shows on the website. So I'm just going to grab this using the Marc Jacobs number 15 brush. Love this brush, love this product. And just, you know, go over where we contour just to build up a little bit more definition. Nothing too crazy, it's just lightly to set that contour product, the cream product that we have down. And then I'm going to grab the highlight part of it and just dab it right under my eyes and just a little bit in my forehead. Again, nothing too crazy. I don't like the crazy contoured look. It's just not my thing, but, you know, I still like to do a subtle contour on my face. And now for the blush, I am grabbing my Black Up blush. This is shade number 5, and this is such a beautiful color for dark skin. It's I would call it a tangerine color. It's like an orangey color, but it has some pink to it. I'm grabbing that on a Ray Morris Deluxe Kabuki number 1 brush and just pop this on the high points of my cheeks. It gives a really beautiful color and it ties in with the eye look. And if you are gonna ask me about this brush, I don't think the Ray Morris brushes are, you know, as good as they claim to be. They're not. They just have this real serious hype. I don't think they're that great. Any other brush could do this. Just pop that on my cheek area. And then I am going to do a little bit of shimmery highlight. And I'm grabbing my NARS Frenzy. This is one of the dual intensity blushes. This has a gold side and a peachy orange side. And I'm gonna, it's more like a rusty orange. And I'm gonna grab my Zoeva highlight brush and just grab mostly the gold shade and a touch of the orange and pop it on the high points of my cheeks. And this gives a really beautiful, subtle golden highlight just on the high points. Can you see it? Can you see my glow? I'm glowing all over the place. And that's it for the face makeup. And now we're gonna go in and do some lips. And I couldn't decide what to do, and I said, you know what? If I'm gonna do it, just go all the way with it. So I grabbed my Kat Von D A Go-Go Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. This is the bright orange one. And my Spicy Liquid Lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I'm going to mix these two just to make the Spicy a little bit brighter. See, if you can see the Spicy, it looks a little bit deeper, but the A Go-Go is going to brighten that up. So I'm going to layer the A Go-Go first, and just a thin layer. I'm not even building this one up. I'm just giving a light layer of this. Then I'm going to go over it with the Spicy Liquid Lipstick from Anastasia. And these take a little bit of building up. Do not smack your lips like I did. That was not the way to go. I should have just let it dry, not bothered it, and layered it again. But I smacked my lips together and it caused some patchiness. So I have to go over and build this up to get nice, even coverage, because what I did was just not okay. So I did that, build it up until I got the desired intensity. And then I am going to grab my Urban Decay Bang lip liner. This is the orangey liner that goes with this orangey lip. Outline the lips with this, and I like to do this after I apply lip color just because this helps me to fill in any gaps and really sharpen up the shape. Some people do it before, I just like to do it after. Sometimes I do it before too, but I prefer to do it after. So just outline the lips with this lip pencil, and it actually matches really well. And then after I applied another layer of the Spicy lip color, I had to apply another layer because it was just getting too blotchy and messy. I don't recommend doing it the way I did it, but it worked out in the end. I'm grabbing my cherry lip pencil now from MAC, which is a cherry red color. And I'm going to just outline the very extremities of my lips, if you will, on the outer sides of my lips and the lower insides, just to add some dimension. It's going to deepen up the lips a little bit. It's gonna add some dimension to the lips so it's not quite Big Bird orange, you know? So it's just gonna shape it a little bit and tame the orange, the bright orange, and give a little outline to my lips. So now the lips and the face and everything is done, and this is the final look, and I absolutely love it. Like, you don't even understand. I love cut creases. I love oranges, and I think oranges on caramelly and honey and golden undertones is just so gorgeous. And deeper dark skin, embrace your oranges. It's so beautiful on our skin. It really highlights the golden undertones and hues to our skin. It's just so gorgeous, especially for the springtime when we just want to go bold and bright because the winter was just cold and miserable, and we just want to brighten up our face and everything. And this, I think, really does that for, you know, our complexion. And I'm talking a lot with my hands, but I'm just really excited about this look. Can't contain myself. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial, got some tips and tricks, and just had fun creating this look with me. And as usual, I'll leave a full list of products used down in the description box, as well as my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page. I have Snapchat, but I don't understand it, and I'm just not able. I'm not able. But I'll leave links below where you can follow me along, chat with me, catch up with me through my everyday life. And yeah, until my next video. Oh, no. If you like this video, definitely hit favorites, share with your friend, like, you know, all that good stuff. Let's get the word out there about the Fancy Faces channel, you know. Share some love, guys. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I will talk to you. Stay safe, guys. Bye.